Have you ever laid in bed at night, your mind racing with a million worries about tomorrow, and just wished you could find an off switch for the anxiety? Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the pressure to have your entire life figured out right now, watching everyone else seemingly succeed on social media while you feel a little lost? And what if I told you that an ancient, powerful story from thousands of years ago holds a surprising key to calming that exact modern storm inside your head? This is not a video about religion, and it's certainly not about encouraging substance use. This is a video about transformation. It's about how the ancient Hindu deity Shiva, known as the Lord of Destruction and Change, used a simple plant, cannabis, not to escape his reality, but to dive so deeply into it that he found profound peace, incredible clarity, and a powerful connection to his true self. We are going to unpack his story not as a myth, but as a practical guide for you and me. We will translate his ancient rituals into simple daily practices that can help us manage stress, quiet our mental overload, and find a sense of balance in our own chaotic lives. This is about finding your anchor. The answers to calming the storm aren't about adding more to your plate. They're about changing your perspective. And that's exactly what we will explore together in the next few chapters. If you're ready to understand how to turn your anxiety into awareness and your stress into strength, then you are going to want to listen all the way to the end. We promise it will be worth your time. And if this message speaks to you, please help us reach others who might need to hear it by liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more conversations like this one. Now let's begin. Let's talk about the storm. That feeling inside you right now. It's the constant hum of your phone, the pressure to perform at work, the quiet worry about money, and the loud noise of social media telling you who you should be. It's that heavy blanket of anxiety that makes it hard to breathe sometimes, that makes your mind feel like a browser with far too many tabs open, all of them frozen. You are not alone in this. In fact, this feeling of being overwhelmed and disconnected from your own peace is one of the most common struggles of our time. It's a modern problem, but what if the solution is ancient? This is where our story truly begins, not with a complex myth, but with a profound symbol of calm. Shiva. Forget the intimidating titles for a moment. See him instead as the ultimate master of balance, someone who held immense power and responsibility, yet never seemed rushed or frazzled. His secret wasn't in doing more. It was in going deeper. And his tool for this was a sacred relationship with the cannabis plant. Now, this is the most important part to understand. This was never ever about recreation or escape. For him, it was a sacred ritual, a deliberate sacrament, an anchor he used to drop out of the noisy world of thoughts and drop into the silent, spacious world of his heart. This is the first and most crucial lesson for us: the power of intention. The difference between using something to escape your life and using it to connect with it is everything. It's the difference between mindlessly scrolling on your phone for an hour to numb out and choosing to put on a piece of music. Close your eyes and just breathe for 5 minutes with the pure intention of feeling your body and calming your mind. One action drains your energy, the other restores it. The plant itself is not the magic. The mindful intention behind its use is. Shiva's story invites us to ask one simple but life-changing question about everything we do, from what we consume to how we spend our time. What is my true intention here? Am I trying to escape from my reality, or am I trying to understand myself within it? When you start to act with that clear, kind intention, you are already beginning to calm the storm. You are planting your own anchor right here, right now, in this moment. Now that we've recognized the storm and found our ancient anchor and intention, let's explore how to truly use it. Imagine your mind is like a glass of muddy water. When you're constantly moving, reacting to every email and notification, the mud is swirling wildly, and you can't see a thing through it. You can't make clear decisions. You can only react from a place of chaos. Shiva's practice was the act of setting the glass down. This is the sacred pause. It is not about doing nothing. It is the most important something you can do. It is the conscious, brave decision to stop the momentum of your day, even for just 60 seconds, to simply be. In that stillness, the mud begins to settle. The particles of worry, the dust of tomorrow's to-do list, the fragments of yesterday's conversation, they all slowly drift to the bottom. And what is left? Clear, calm water. This clarity is your superpower. This is what the ancient rituals were designed to create, a space of inner silence where you can finally hear your own intuition, your own inner voice, which is so often drowned out by the noise. You don't need anything special to create this pause. Your ritual can be as simple as the 5-breath reset. Before you get out of your car, before you walk into your home, you take 5 deep, slow breaths. You feel the air filling your lungs and leaving your body. For those 5 breaths, you are not thinking about your next task. You are just being a body that is breathing. This is you creating that space. This practice is how we build a gap, a tiny but powerful moment of choice, between something happening and you reacting to it. Without the pause, a stressful message triggers an immediate anxious response. With the pause, you create just enough room to feel the emotion, but then choose a wiser, calmer response. This is how we stop being victims of our circumstances and start becoming the conscious, gentle architects of our day. We are not trying to eliminate the mud. Life will always have challenges. We are learning to let it settle so we can see clearly and act from a place of peace, not panic. This is the true art of transformation, moving from a place of reaction to a place of deep, powerful response. In the quiet space we've created, we can now see clearly what was once hidden by the storm. This clarity is our greatest tool for the next step: transformation. Remember, Shiva is often called the destroyer, a title that can sound frightening. But let's think of a gardener. A gardener does not destroy out of anger. With love and care, they pull out the weeds that are choking the beautiful plants, stealing their light and nutrients. They are not harming the garden. They are protecting it. They are making space for new, healthy growth to emerge. This is Shiva's true role, the compassionate gardener of the soul. He destroys only what is no longer serving us, what is holding us back from becoming our fullest, most vibrant selves. So what are the weeds in your inner garden? They are not just simple thoughts. They are the deep, old stories we tell ourselves. I am not good enough. I will never succeed. I don't deserve love. They are the fear of what other people think, a weed that wraps around our dreams and stops them from growing. They are the resentment we hold on to from a past hurt, a weed that poisons our present moment. These are not just ideas, they are emotional clutter that weighs us down, drains our energy, and keeps us stuck. The practice of conscious release, inspired by Shiva, is how we become gardeners of our own lives. With the clarity from your pause, you can gently identify one weed. You don't have to fight it, you simply see it, acknowledge it was trying to protect you in some way, and then with great compassion, you choose to let it go. This might look like writing that limiting belief on a piece of paper and safely burning it as a powerful ritual of release. Or it could be a quiet moment where you simply say to yourself, "Thank you, fear, but I am safe now. I choose to release you." This is not a one-time event, but a daily practice of checking in with your garden. It is the courageous act of making space. You are not destroying a part of yourself. You are lovingly removing what harms you so that your confidence, your peace, and your joy have the space they need to grow strong and tall. This is how we build a life we truly love, from the inside out. As we clear the space within, we make a beautiful discovery. We were never broken to begin with. Society often pressures us to choose a single label. Are you strong or are you sensitive? Are you serious or are you fun? It tries to put us in a box, and when we don't fit perfectly, we feel like we are too much or not enough. This is exhausting. Shiva's wisdom shows us a different way. He is the ultimate example of wholeness. He is both the fierce warrior and the gentle nurturer. He is the deep meditator and the joyful dancer. He holds all these opposites within himself, not in conflict, but in perfect dynamic balance. He shows us that we contain multitudes, and that is our power, not our flaw. Your sensitivity is not a weakness. It is your profound capacity to feel the world deeply, to connect with others, to experience empathy and love in its fullest form. Your anxiety is often just your incredible intelligence and your deep care for your future, working a little too hard to protect you. Your quiet moments are not shyness. They are your depth, your inner world where creativity and wisdom are born. You do not have to choose one thing. You are not a single note. You are an entire song. This is your divine dichotomy, the beautiful and unique blend of all that you are. Embracing this is the final step. This journey doesn't end when this video does. This is where your practice truly begins. You don't need to change who you are. You just need to remember who you are and to honor all of it. Carry one simple question from our time together into your day. How can I honor all parts of myself today? Maybe it's honoring your strength by setting a kind but firm boundary at work, and then honoring your softness by wrapping yourself in a cozy blanket and watching your favorite movie. It's about giving every part of you a voice and listening with love. This is how we live the wisdom, not by adding something new from the outside, but by uncovering the ancient, timeless peace that has always been within you, waiting quietly beneath the noise, whole and complete exactly as you are. So here we are, at the end of our time together. You came here today feeling that storm inside, the worry, the noise, the pressure. You were searching for a way to find some calm. I hope you now see that the power to find that calm has been within you all along. This was never about adding one more complicated task to your life. It was always about remembering the simple, profound tools you already have. We started by learning to set a loving intention for our peace, just like Shiva did. We learned that this is what turns a simple action into a sacred ritual. Then we practiced the power of the pause. We discovered that by stopping for just a few breaths, we can let the mud in our minds settle, so we can see our lives clearly and choose our responses instead of just reacting. From that clear space, we found the courage to become gardeners of our own hearts, gently pulling out the old weeds of fear and self-doubt to make room for new growth, for confidence and joy to blossom. And finally, we saw that we don't have to choose to be just one thing. You can be both strong and soft. You can be both serious and joyful. Embracing all of you is your greatest strength. This is the gift. You don't need to be perfect at this. Just be patient and kind with yourself. Start small. Try one pause today. Notice one old story you can let go of. Thank yourself for taking this time to listen, to learn, to grow. You have everything you need. The journey doesn't end here. It is just beginning. Walk forward knowing that you carry a deep, ancient peace within you. Always. You are whole. You are enough. Thank you for listening.